अर्को वक्तालाई यहाँनेरि बोलाउन चाहन्छु. Now I would like to request another speaker to the stage, Professor Thomas Wahlgren. He is professor of philosophy, University of Helsinki, Finland. He is the activist for solidarity, ecological justice and democracy. He is also the founding member of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam Alliance for Comprehensive Democracy. He is active in the World Social Forum process in 2002. Thomas Wahlgren professor हुनुहुन्छ फिनल्यान्ड युनिभर्सिटी फिनल्यान्ड हेलसिङ्कीको र एक्टिभिस्ट ऐक्यबद्धता यो वातावरणीय न्याय र लोकतन्त्रको अभियानमा एक्टिभिस्टको रूपमा हुनुहुन्छ र उहाँ वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम भन्ने एउटा अलायन्स छ जुन चाहिँ लोकतन्त्रको लागि चाहिँ सक्रिय अलायन्स छ त्यसको सदस्य हुनुहुन्छ र उहाँ वर्ल्ड सोशल फोरमको प्रक्रियामा 2002 देखि सक्रिय हुनुहुन्छ. So Professor Thomas, now floor is yours. I would like to request you to deliver your speech.
Dear sisters and brothers, dear fellow travelers, dear comrades in our struggle for another world, for a world of many worlds, for a world of hope and beauty, a world where no one goes to bed hungry and no one is left alone. Today, as we meet here in Kathmandu, the monster we are fighting against may seem invincible. Many good people die today in wars and in prisons, and many of our fellow beings, birds and insects, flowers and trees, rivers and mountains are at peril. We see that, we know that, and our hearts are full of pain. But we have our dignity and our courage. We have our loved ones. We have their wisdom and their joy of life, which fills us with hope. And we have our daily work in the movements that fight casteism and racism, capitalism and patriarchy, extractivism and war. The roots of our struggle are as deep as the oceans, and our dreams reach higher than the Himalayas. Our history is long, the future is open. But there's one thing we know. Whenever we stand up for ecological justice, for democracy, and for the dignity of all, we have already won. In these moments, truth is with us. That is how we reach our destiny. That is where we fulfill our purpose and realize our freedom and our worth. We must celebrate this moment. But we must also think clearly, plan well, and act effectively. The context here in Nepal is the challenge to build this nascent democracy. The regimes in your neighboring countries at the moment, in China and India, are strong and ugly. The brutality of global injustice and capitalist and casteist exploitation deeply hurts too many in this beautiful country every day. And still you have achieved things. The transition from monarchy to a democratic republic in 2006 and the adoption of an inclusive constitution are remarkable events in world history. When hundreds of thousands of activists gathered in Porto Alegre in Brazil and in Mumbai in India in the beginning of this century, the context of our struggles was defined by the word neoliberalism. We stood united against neoliberalism, and we still do. But neoliberalism is no longer the precise word we need to understand what we are up to against today and what we must change. The globalization of the markets at the time, the rise of corporate power, and the alliance between corporation states and transnational institutions is still there. But after the financial crisis in 2008, our adversary has changed its skin. It no longer even pretends to stand in the service of freedom and democracy. Instead, criminalization of dissent, violent repression, lies and propaganda are on the rise in too many countries. The right name for our adversary today is authoritarian capitalism. This truly ominous combination of anti-democratic, violent use of state power and of crude capitalist exploitation is our new challenge. There is also, let us not forget, the imminent danger of the final war due to competition for power and scarce resources between the nuclear powers. On a smaller scale, let me report with sadness and anger that the rise of authoritarian capitalism is not the privilege of the large countries. Even in my country, Finland, in the far north, and in my neighboring country, Sweden, we are giving up our long tradition of military non-alliance. We are closing our borders and we are joining NATO. And as I speak today, our finest achievement, the Nordic model, with high taxation, equality in education, and reasonable social security for all, that was built by strong movements throughout the 20th century, is also under attack. We have come together in Nepal in dark times, but in these times of darkness, we do well in remembering two things. Pessimism is the privilege of the well-off and the morally insensitive. We who have gathered here in Kathmandu today, on location and online, we know that history is open and that unexpected things do happen. We see today in all countries, expressions of strength, the movements of solidarity with Gaza and Palestine and Ukraine and for climate justice are strong. The struggles for peace on earth and peace with earth are growing. And beneath the surface, everywhere, a pluriverse of new prefigurative initiatives in which the world we want for all is realized today. There is also in my country now an abundance of joyous, youthful energy in the struggles, an abundance I have not seen for many years. And also in my country, we are inspired by and support the struggles of the Zapatistas and the autonomous administration in Rojava and many other fine movements and people across the globe. Sisters and brothers, we have hope, we strive for truth, and we know that the power of truth is the greatest power in the cosmos. We acknowledge and share our pain, but we do not underestimate each other and ourselves. We are powerful, we are needed. Our cooperation and our solidarity is needed. The World Social Forum is not an organization that places power in the hand of a few leaders. It is a counter-hegemonic process which uses the transformative, emancipatory power of respectful dialogues organized at different levels, from the local to the global. Let me quote a message I received recently from two friends in Brazil, Chico and Stella Whittaker. They cannot be here today with us, but they're right. The World Social Forum does not strive to build a new political actor, but to create opportunities for people to cooperate and meet in open spaces where they can interact horizontally with each other in mind, exchanging knowledges and experiences without leaders controlling them. In discovering convergences, they increase their power. These were the words from Brazil, from Chico and Stella Whittaker I want to share with you. And here, in the open space of the World Social Forum processes, everyone is empowered. Here new forms, new qualities of power are born that will empower others still. Our work, our struggles, our solidarity is our shared reality. I'm happy that I can be part of this reality here with you today. Another world is possible. We are building it together in Kathmandu and on all continents. Thank you all.
सत्य, तथ्य, निष्पक्ष अनि खोजमूलक समाचारको साथमा एभरेस्ट न्यूज।
चौरासको गाउँमा रमाइलो ठाउँमा चर्कुने चौतारी
तपाईँ कलासँग जोडिन चाहनुहुन्छ वा सञ्चार क्षेत्रमा रमाउन चाहनुहुन्छ आउनुहोस् हामीसँग गीत रेकर्डिङ म्युजिक भिडियो वृत्तचित्र चलचित्र निर्माण समाचार सङ्कलनदेखि सम्प्रेषणसम्म
घरबार बसाउला हो बहिनी ओखर ढुङ्गैमा
पानी ढुङ्गैमा घरबार हुन्न नि हौ दाजु ओखर ढुङ्गैमा
तपाईँ हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ एभरेस्ट न्युज।